guys, welcome to my channel. And today's video, originally I wanted to do a video about how you apply for a working holiday visa, but I just found out that you actually can't apply anymore. For South Africans, you can't apply. What did South Africans do? So sad. So anyway, so I decided to scratch that and do a video about how you apply for a British passport. Well, apply for British citizenship, but whilst retaining your own citizenship. So in my case, I've applied for obviously a British passport citizenship, but I retained my South African citizenship. I'm going to say citizenship. So I've devised 10 points for you to be aware of, so things that you need to consider when you want to begin the process of applying. And yeah, so let's get to it. The first thing you need to think about and make sure you're aware of is how much it costs to do the whole process. So that's applying, getting the passport, doing the test, and what else is there? Obviously taking the pictures, the postage payment, everything. So for applying, I went to the website last night and I checked how much it is. When I did it, it was 900 and something pounds just to apply. Now, today, it is 100. It is 1,236 pounds. The fuck? It's so expensive. They make a lot of money out of you, honestly. So for the citizenship test, this will cost you £50, and I think it was £50 for me, so it hasn't really changed much. So thank God, because obviously it's so much money, and the less you, not the less you pay, but the less things change, the better for you. Another cost that you need to consider is retaining your citizenship. So in my case, I had to go to the South African website, download the form, fill it in, and pay £25 to retain my citizenship. So it's a really important thing to do, because if you don't retain it and you get your British citizenship, you basically wipe out your original citizenship, which is not good. It's not good at all. You need to retain it, okay? Another cost that you need to consider is when you are given the go-ahead to apply for your British passport. So this at the moment is £72.50 for an adult. I don't really know for a child, but obviously it will be less. And yeah, so obviously you need to pay as well for your pictures, which are normally £5 for 4. Yeah. The second thing I would try and advise people is to familiarize yourself with all the websites that are there to help you during the process. This also includes forums and just finding out what other people are going through, and because people will have advice because they're going through the same thing. Also, the main important thing is to go to the official website, the government website, where you find out all the details about applying. So that's like downloading the booklet, downloading the application forms, finding out the fees, the whole process. So you just need to keep on going onto the websites just to make sure you're doing the right things, you're doing correctly, because you don't want to submit your application and they say no, we can't accept this application, and you lose your money. That is just something that you don't want to do. The third point I want to make is you need to obviously do the test. This is a Life in the UK test, I believe. I'll leave the links of everything I'm talking about in the description box, so you know where to go, what books to get, etc, etc. Yeah, so basically, so you need to prepare for this test. I think it's a 45-minute test, and it's 25 multiple questions, MCQs. I'm gonna say that because I can't say it. So for these tests, you need to obviously prepare. For me, I just got an app, so a Kindle app, and I just got the book, and I think it was £7 something. So that meant I could read it while on the bus in the morning, going to work. You know, it's just more of like a history lesson of from the Stone Ages up to now. So you just need to be aware of all the things they talk about, it was quite an easy test. Like, I think I got 100% in it. It's just stupidly easy. But you just need to be kind of that person who likes history. And I remember, like, when I was doing the test and studying for it, the guys I used to work with, they were like, oh, why do you have to learn that? I don't know that, and I'm British. And I'm like, yeah, because they just want to, like, take all the money they can from you by devising, like, stupid tests for you to do. Yeah, but the tests were interesting. I think I learned a lot, and I would recommend other people to just read it because it's interesting. Like, I wish, like, in South Africa they had the same thing and we learn more about our history, which I think is lacking. Not the history is lacking, but our history books are lacking of South African history. What I want to make is make sure you follow the guidelines. You make sure you follow the rules, that you're applying for the citizenship and you have everything to the T, basically. For example, don't spend more than 90 days out of the country in a year. Do not. And make sure you don't, I think it's 450 days out of the country within the whole 5 years. So, and also remember that you can only apply for British citizenship after you've lived in the country for a minimum of 5 years. So in that in that 5 years, you need to make sure that you haven't spent 90 days out of the country every year. Fifth point is retain your citizenship. That is your original citizenship. In my case, I had to retain my South African citizenship, and I can't stress that enough. Like, you have to retain it. You don't want to, like, lose your... You're losing your home. This is your home. This book is your home. This is your future. You don't want your kids... I don't know, you just don't want to lose it. So retain it. It's only £25, so you can afford to retain it. If you can afford to apply for 1,000 and something naturalization certificate, then you can definitely afford to retain your South African citizenship. The sixth point is make sure you have all the supporting documents they require from you. So this is like your bank statements, your proof of address, your ID pictures, and they must be signed with your full name, your date of birth, and they must be, so like for me, for example, I got my priest to sign it just to say that it's in the likeness of me, so the picture looks like me. So yeah, if you can just like find someone like that, I think it has to be someone in a professional field, so like an accountant, a lawyer, priest, just those type of people are the only people who can sign and witness that it's in your true likeness. So the seventh thing I want everyone to be aware of is how long it takes. The whole process is a long thing. Like at one point I thought, did I lose my application form because I didn't hear anything? I think it was months and months and months. The process took like 9 months for me, and minimum I think it takes you 6 months. So yeah, so it's a lot of waiting and a lot of like, because it's a lot of money riding on it basically, and you're always on edge. You're like, oh, hopefully I did something right, hopefully I signed it, hopefully I dated it, hopefully like I didn't misspell anything. It's just everything is just on edge basically, so be prepared for that. And all I can say is just chill, and as long as you obviously reread your application form and provided everything they want and you are honest, then there's nothing really to be antsy about. And you know, so you just need to chill, drink drink don't drink, just chill, eat some food and relax, because everything will work out, okay? Number 8 is enjoy the process, guys. Enjoy it. Like, this is like another chapter for you basically, so enjoy the struggle, enjoy the hard work. And yeah, so one thing I really enjoyed was the British citizenship ceremony. I was like, yeah, I did it. You know, so you need to enjoy it. Like, take pictures. Like, actually, when you went to for the citizenship ceremony, you had obviously other people from other countries. That was interesting, meeting new people. And the guy who's like doing the whole thing, the whole ceremony, I don't even know what they call them. Yeah, but he was really funny, and he was going around asking people where they're from, and he was like, oh, so where are you from? And I was like, I'm from South Africa. And he was like, oh, not another one. I was like, oh. I was like, whatever. The nice thing that I want everyone to know about is that you will have an interview, and I think this is an interview to basically say, okay, you can go ahead and apply for your British passport. And this interview, oh my god, I was so bad at it. They asked me about like who's my daughter's headmaster or head teacher or whatever, principal, and I was like, literally it just ran out of my mind. Like, I couldn't remember her name, so I was like, if it helps, I know her morning club teacher. So they normally just ask like questions like, oh, who's your neighbor, like describe the house next door, describe your house, like if you open the door and walk in, what's the first thing you see. So you need to know things like that. And so for my daughter, they're like, oh, what kind of school uniform she wears. So just things like, I think they just nitpick at things that are normal everyday things around you. So they'll probably ask you, oh, what number bus do you take if you want to go to town, or how do you get to London, you know, things like that. Just silly stupid questions that only you can answer, and not what do you call it, imposter. So an imposter would not know. So I think it's those kind of things they want to catch you out and just make sure that is really you who's like applying. Hey guys, for number 10, I wasn't really sure what to talk about because I was like, I'm running out of things to say. All I can say is that you are now a British citizen, and that means like respecting, you know, the culture, you know, you welcome it, and also don't lose who you are. So for South African, apply for British citizenship, don't lose your South Africanness. Be true to yourself, but also respecting where you've decided to reside. Travel, I'm not really sure like about traveling anymore, because you know, with all the Brexit things, I just don't know where, if we can like travel to other countries or not freely, you know, without applying for a visa. Applying for a visa is a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of stress, and I don't want to do it. So hopefully we can retain some kind of like, oh, I can go on holiday there. I can't work there, but I can go on holiday. That'll be great. So yeah, enjoy it, travel, see the whole of Europe. I haven't really seen much of Europe because I'm broke. But when I do have money, I will definitely travel and utilize this passport, because you know, it has a lot of freedom that comes with it, and I believe a lot of respect, because you know, yeah. Okay guys, so thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.